If forgotten songs can trend again, now imagine what God's grace can do in your life. In recent times, we've seen old songs resurfacing. Songs like I've decided to follow Jesus. It resurfaced recently via the instrumentality of Gaze Baba featuring Lawrence Oyo. You would say that that song is an old song, but that old tune became a new tune, fine-tuned by Grace Baba and Lawrence Oyo, who experienced God's grace. Because how would you explain, or how would you explain a song will be saying an old song and it's resurfacing now? The song has, just less than 1 month of its release, it now has, I'm very sure, over 5 million views. That is the power of God's grace. Another example that comes to mind is the story of Skills. Skills has been in the industry for a while. He was once very at the top of his game, famous, getting all the gigs, but along the line, like everybody experiences, he experienced a decline in his music. And when God decided to change the story, a footballer decided to post a video using his song, Oya Shake Body. Immediately, that footballer and his friend danced to that song. That song resurfaced. People started streaming that song globally, and it has opened more doors for Skills. Skills has recorded a new single, doing well. That is the power of God's grace. An old song resurfacing in a new generation. That's the power of God's grace. There are 3 things I'll share with you when we talk about what grace can do for you and why you have to constantly pray for God's grace. Number 1, grace will preserve you when your talent and skills fail. There are a lot of talented people in the world. Talented but unknown, talented but broke. So it's not enough for you to be an expert in your field, but you always have to pray for God's grace, because God's grace is what makes the difference in one's life. Another thing grace does, it speeds up your journey. You find people that haven't even spent years in a particular industry or field enjoying speed because God's grace is upon their life. So the final point is that grace opened doors effort cannot open. There are a lot of people who hustle. People hustle every day in this Lagos. All over the world, people hustle. But what makes the difference in people's struggle to make money, to make their ends meet and stuff like that, to earn a living, is the grace of God upon it. So it's not enough for you to hustle and join the rat race, you wake up in the morning, you go to work. Beautiful. What makes the difference is when God's grace falls upon your race, your efforts. So that's a prayer point you always have to, engage. I pray for grace. I pray to enjoy God's favor, because grace opens doors efforts cannot open. When your skills and talent fail, grace kicks in. Grace also speeds up your journey. And I pray for you that you enjoy God's grace in your work, in your career, and in your family. Your efforts will not be in vain. You shall experience God's grace. God's grace shall be your testimony. In Jesus' name, thanks for watching. Enjoy grace.